Hello, I'm Nick Waters. Welcome to our interview series in the build-up to a major finance forum organised by Hong Kong in Shanghai on July 21st. Well, I'm joined by Mr. Ronald Arculli. Mr. Arculli is the chairman of the Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing, or HKEx. HKEx is the holding company of the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and it is also the co-organiser of the Finance Forum. Mr. Arculli, thank you very much for joining us today. Okay, well, firstly, Mr. Arculli, what are the main topics that are going to be discussed at this Finance Forum?
I think we felt that it would be a good opportunity, during the Shanghai Expo to actually have this finance forum. A lot has happened in 2008 and 2009, and a lot of countries are examining, what to do, where to go from here. So we felt that it was a great opportunity to gather some opinion leaders, be they business, finance, political views, to actually get everybody in a room and to exchange views about the way forward. And from time to time, one hears about proposals from different countries and jurisdictions around the world. So we really wanted to update ourselves to the current thinking.
Okay, well, you're going to be one of the keynote speakers at the Finance Forum. Can you give us a little insight into what you're...
I will basically be talking about the new economic order. And this is really something that, again, has arisen over the last few years, but exacerbated by the crisis in 2008 and 2009, particularly with the shifting of the economic center of gravity, gradually from the west to the east. And we're part of China. We're in the heart of Asia, and therefore we believe that Hong Kong has an important role to play, both in terms of the economic development and growth of China, as well as her role in the greater global order.
Okay, well, you said you're going to be bringing all these people together for discussions. You're going to be moderating one of these discussion panels. Can you give us a little bit of a taste of what to expect from
Well,
them?
I imagine, panel members will, deal with, some of the opportunities and some of the challenges and, some of the concerns, and take it from there in the sense that, there's obviously, renewed concerns about inflation, about, stimulus packages, whether, there's going to be a double dip, et cetera, and all that. So I think for us in Asia, we are probably much more fortunate than in the West or in other economies.
All right. Okay, well, it's also quite interesting that this is the first large-scale financial forum to be organised by Hong Kong in the mainland. A lot's been said about competition between Shanghai and Hong Kong as the mainland's main international financial centre, and possibly Shanghai as a threat to Hong Kong going forward. What's your view on that?
Well, we've worked with Shanghai for so long. We have so many companies, over 500 that are listed on our exchange here. And, some of the biggest financial institutions in the world. So, it's been really much more of a cooperative approach than a competitive approach. But having said that, there's always a healthy element of competition. And in Hong Kong, we're used to it. We compete with other major international financial centers. Currently, of course, Shanghai, does a wonderful job, serving the domestic market. And we serve what I call the international and the local Hong Kong market in terms of investor access. But, as things develop, we would sort of, count Shanghai as another New York, another London, another Hong Kong. But, having said that, competition, obviously healthy.
And there's room for competition between
There is always room, and at the end of the day, you've just got to polish up your act and get on with it.
Well, one issue that has been changing from the mainland's point of view is the internationalization of its currency. What's your view on that, and does it detract from some of the advantages that Hong Kong holds at the moment?
Not at all. It also presents Hong Kong with an amazing opportunity. Now that the policy is to internationalize the renminbi, clearly, preparations have to be made as soon as possible, and we're in discussion with the Monetary Authority and other regulators and other market players to see how Hong Kong and Hong Kong Exchange in particular can play a very important role in this exercise. Clearly, from mainland China's policy point of view, internationalizing the renminbi, has many advantages. So we are here to make sure that some of the advantages that Hong Kong can offer to that exercise can actually be done.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, and all the best at the Finance Forum.
Thank you very much.
Well, the Finance Forum will be held on July 21st, so please do take a look at the other online interviews in the build-up to this important event.